Hey guys, this is a market update. A massive turning point for crypto. This part of the cycle is now building the narrative for the next bull run. In this video, I want to look at where exactly we can go short term because we have some trading volume analysis. We know where people have bought coins in terms of the prices they were paying. And that's really important for a setup if you're looking to trade or invest right now. I want to go through some of that data. So obviously huge news, right? Huge news for XRP. Now, a judge has determined that the underlying coins are not securities, right? And that's huge news for XRP, for BNB, for Cardano, for Solana, for Matic, especially those ones that the SEC said are securities. They are not. The underlying coin is not. And that's very important for crypto generally. It's good news for Bitcoin. It's amazing news for Ethereum. And it's just good news for the industry. And so that is the next narrative that can push us forward, right? Is that a judge has ruled in the States that these tokens can exist. And that is the underlying good news. Now, there's a lot of nuance around secondary sales of the tokens and can a team take the token and sell it to, an investor at a discount? All of that is really irrelevant, right? Let's not mid-curve this. This is great news. The underlying coin is a commodity. So that means that Ethereum is a commodity, and the other L1 coins are definitely commodities, not to be, registered as securities. And that means that the industry has a little bit more certainty and can flourish and can develop for these chains. Let's not get carried away though. And let's look at some fundamentals about where things are going to trade, where the market is positioned on certain things, and some valuation metrics going out over 6, 12, 18 months, right? Because if you're trading short term, you missed it. Okay, you missed that ruling. But if you're an investor, where are things going in the future? So let's look at that. Firstly, when it comes to BTC, we're at major resistance. We've been here a very long time. It's the second test of this resistance. You can see right here, actually a test. Now we're making a higher high. When you want to look at trends, it's about higher lows and higher highs. Had a low, a higher low, a higher low, and then we had a high, a higher high, and now we're breaking a higher high into a resistance. A breakout of this resistance at 32 is price discovery. I don't know if we're going to get there right now. I don't know if it's the right part of the cycle right now, maybe another 6 to 12 months, but does it matter? No, it doesn't. Think of the narrative that is now coming on board. We have ETF applications from the biggest institutions worldwide. We have court cases that are going in favor of the crypto industry. Where is the bear market now? We've been saying this for a long time. This is a bull market shaping up, or at least a recovery. Let's have a look at some of this data. If you are a trader though, deposit bonus on Bybit. Check the link in the description. You get up to 30K as a deposit and trading bonus. Check the other links down there as well for other bonuses right now. The market has been heavily accumulating Bitcoin, not so much for altcoins with all of the uncertainty. That's why they're popping so much. You have people that either don't have allocations or were short these coins, and that's all going to get unwound now. But over the longer term, it still matters about structural flows and what a crypto is actually doing. You need users, you need daily active users, you need high amounts of money transacted on that chain. Over the long term, that's still important. Let's look for Bitcoin. You can see right here, this is where Bitcoin has been traded. The price is where Bitcoin has been traded. A monumental amount of volume has been traded from 15 to 30K, with huge amounts traded at 26,000, around 22, 24,000, and around 28, 29,000. A massive amount also traded at 30K. When you have this much volume traded at specific prices, this shows you where the market wants to buy. And so when you're looking for pullbacks, it's difficult to understand why now, with all of the narrative in the market, with the dollar weakening, with the economy weakening, with it looks like we're going through the weaker part of the cycle, we're going into that, where the dollar weakens, and obviously assets, strong assets will be comparatively highly valued in comparison to the dollar. The market is trading and buying right here. And so that is a huge support level. The market wants to trade at these prices. And so why would it come down to these prices again, considering the narrative? If we look at price discovery, you can see that actually a relatively smaller amount of coins have been traded around this level. So once we break through this resistance, there could be a price discovery here, and there is of course going to be sellers, but a price discovery where again, you need to have buyers and sellers meet, and that may be at levels above 30k, 35, 40. If we look at the technical analysis right here, around 40k, something like this, 35k would be a next stop, 36, 37 there. Once you've broken through this resistance and you get test down, but if you're a long-term investor, you're still in the lower part of the cycle. So I'm gonna have a look at that. You can see this is Bitcoin. We're still in the recovery or consolidation phase after a bear market, before the bull market. This is great news. And so it's just another step towards building up a base for an actual bull run. Yes, macro is not the best, but from a sector point of view, you cannot get better news than this at the bottom half of a cycle with, coins being ruled not securities, Bitcoin ETFs on the horizon. There are narratives in place. There are structural flows in place where people are buying a lot of coins around this price. And so it just gives you a much better probability. We still aren't in the bull cycle. No way am I taking any profits here of anything I bought down here. No way, absolutely. This is still within accumulation zone, in my opinion. And we might get a breakthrough, we might get a retest. Doesn't matter if you're looking out 6, 12, 18 months. Ethereum is also right at resistance, looking to break through. Now, this is an important price level because we've tested this once. This was the dead cat bounce after the bear market. I think this was Shanghai or merge hype going into that. We tested this again and got swiftly rejected, but we look to be testing this a third time right now. What we can see is resistance has now turned into support right here as well. So again, all of this price action is very constructive. I don't think it's time to be negative on this. It's constructive price action. We see this happening and flows into the market. In terms of Ethereum cycles, I have much less confidence in this simply because Ethereum has been around a lot, less time than BTC and has gone through fewer cycles. However, what I've drawn here is the recovery phase after the bear market. We didn't get a big drop down into the second regression line like we saw with Bitcoin a few times, maybe because they changed their tokenomics. However, we just seem to be growing up on this midline, which is incredibly important price action, but we're still within this phase. So again, not time to take profits. Maybe we break through, maybe we get rejected. I just don't think it matters. It's more about time and investing in assets that have that growth. We're still within the consolidation phase, but all of the narratives and flows for the next bull market are right here. Institutional adoption through ETFs. If a Bitcoin ETF gets accepted, that means an ETH ETF will come and other coin ETFs potentially will come. So there are narratives here that are very positive for the space, which leads us into bull markets. I know macro can change, but if you're a crypto investor, you can't mid-curve this. This just is good news for the industry. Also with market timing, we are now out of the bear market according to pretty much every single piece of on-chain analysis. I can show you this over and over again. This is simple here from Will Clemente. So what we look at is on the cost basis analysis, green is that buy zone for the bottom of each cycle. We had that and we are not there anymore. Red is the sell zone, which seems to be the top of each cycle in price terms. As you can see, that is where you sell if you want to take advantage of cycles. If you're a long-term investor, dollar cost average less during those times or not at all, or it's up to the individual. But the accumulation zone was that bear market where, again, capitulation and FUD, and everyone's saying it's going to 12,000. That has happened. That is now not the case. Now, as you can see, once we get out of this, we very, very rarely get back to it. Maybe the black swan can take us back there, which was the pandemic here. But you can see these cycles playing out just every single day with these market updates. The cycle is playing out. We've been through this entire bear market. We're in a recovery phase now. And so it's not the bull market. It's not time to sell if you're a seller. But certainly we're getting warmed up for that. And that really great accumulation at 15K, 16, 70K is behind us. And it seems like the cycle is moving on. So all of that data is there. You can get short-term price movements and dips of 5, 10,000 for BTC. 20% move for a drawdown is very common. But the part of the cycle where you get that bear market just seems to be over at this point. The next important date for Bitcoin is the middle of August, where the ARK Invest Bitcoin ETF is going to have to be decided on by the SEC. They may accept it. They may push back the decision date. I don't really see a reason why they would accept it then. Maybe I can be surprised to the upside. We may get some FUD around that event. Any dips are to be bought in this environment. That's just my opinion though. If you're a trader, deposit bonus on buyback up to 30K, check that out. And the crypto investor course, I will be making some updates on my analysis of Bitcoin and altcoins in my portfolio. I'm going to be doing that within the next few weeks. So check out the crypto investor course linked in the description as well. I'm James, it's Money ZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.